大家好，我是 Angel.
And I'm Jeremy.
今天的主题是音乐。
Today's topic is music.
Yeah.
And as we just saw in that dialogue, those guys are big Linkin Park fans, but what do you like?
Actually, I like rap.
Hey, hip-hop, bring it on. Okay, so we might as well check out the dialogue again, line by line now.
Okay. 黄磊，我有今晚林肯 Park 演唱会的票，要不要啊？
Huang Lei, I've got tickets to see Linkin Park tonight. Would you like one?
我不喜欢他的风格。
I really don't like their style.
那你摇头晃脑在听什么啊？
So what are you listening to shake your thing then?
你猜
Guess.
？Rap.
Rap.
不对。
Wrong.
爵士
Jazz.
还是不对。
Still wrong.
我在听古典。
I listen to classical music.
啊，古典也能听得那么激动？
Huh? You can get that excited listening to classical music?
是啊，这是我从网上下载的，你听听。
Yep, this is something I downloaded from the net. Have a listen.
So how about your favorite music?
I'm a big fan of classical actually.
是
Just
吗
like our friend in the dialogue.
啊，古典。接下来我们看一下今天的语法点。第一个是动词加不，同一个动词。
黄磊，我有今晚林肯 Park 演唱会的票，要不要啊？
我不喜欢他的风格。
Okay, so now we're going to get on to the language points, and the first one we're going to get on to is verb, then bu, then repeat the same verb.
Yes.
Okay, so this is basically used as a way of asking questions, but not using ma. Can we have a look at an example?
OK. 你去不去银行
Are you going to the bank?
Yeah.
So this could also be asked, 你去银行吗?
Yeah, the same 是一样的。
So the only difference here is that we've just structured the sentence using this verb, bu, verb structure. Apart from that, it's the same question.
Yeah, put ma at the end.
Can we have another example?
OK. 你最近忙不忙
Have you been busy lately? Again, we could say this,
你最近忙吗
but we've chosen to use this verb, bu, verb structure instead. Simple. It's exactly the same question.
Yes. 第二个语法点是动词加的加副词。
Okay.
我在听古典。
啊，古典也能听得那么激动？
So the next point of grammar that we're going to work on is how to use adverbs in Chinese. When we use an adverb, we have to place a special particle between the verb and the adverb.
Yeah,
and that particle is
的。
the. Can we have an example?
OK. 他每天都来得很早。
Every day he comes very early.
嗯
So let's look carefully at that sentence again. The verb is 来,
嗯
meaning to come,
Yeah.
and the adverb part of it was 很
很
早,
早
very early, right? But we can't just say 来很早, we have to put a special particle 的 between it, so it's 来的很早.
Yes.
Okay.
需要把它放在动词和副词的中间。
Between the verb and the adverb. Simple.
另外一个例子是你做的太好了。
Okay, another example is you did it really well. And again, note where we place 的. It's between 做,
Yeah.
which means to do something, and the adverb here is
太好。
really good. That's too good.
Yeah.
Really good. Okay, that's pretty simple stuff. Let's move on
Move on the tips.
to the tips. So, we might, in the tips section today, we're going to talk about some Chinese music.
Yes.
And there's all sorts of Chinese music, of course.
Mm-mm.
But first of all, we might introduce a couple of songs that are very popular amongst the older generation in China. These are the sort of songs that you might hear if you're in a park and there's some old people doing some Tai Chi
Yeah, it's quite
or
popular.
singing together in parks, right?
Yeah.
So what's the first song called?
茉莉花
And Mo Li Hua means...
Actually, 茉莉 means jasmine.
Uh-huh,
Hua,
and
flower.
jasmine flower.
Yes.
Right. And the second song that you'll hear often amongst the older crowd is...
梁祝
Which means...
Actually, it means, 梁祝 means wish. Actually, it's It's a movie. It's quite famous folklore.
Okay.
Legend.
Okay, and it's called in English. The name of the song is "The Butterfly Lovers."
Yeah, Butterfly Lovers.
It's an old story, sort of like a Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah,
but Chinese
the
style.
Chinese version.
Okay, but what about the more contemporary songs for the younger generation?
And the latest, very famous, is first one, 中国话.
Chinese.
Yeah,
Chinese.
Chinese.
Something we can all relate to here.
Yes.
And who's that by?
它是一首中国台湾地区的女子合唱。
Okay, so it's by a Taiwanese girl band.
Yes.
What are the names?
Name is SHE.
Oh, SHE, right. And what's that song about?
这首歌曲中有很多传统的中国的 tongue twister.
Tongue twister.
绕口令。
绕口令.
Yeah.
Tongue twister.
Yeah.
So it's full of, this song is full of tongue twisters, and it's also about Chinese language.
Yes.
I see. And then there's one more song that you were going to mention, is it?
北京土著。
That's it. And that means in English a native Beijinger.
Yeah, local or native.
Right, and it's by a local Beijinger, and his name is
张国宏。
Right, and this guy is like a 17-year-old kid.
非常年轻的一个歌手。
He's very young, and he grew up in a hutong.
Yes, 胡同。So 它反映的是传统的老北京的生活，胡同生活。
Okay, so this song is all about growing up in a hutong and experiencing traditional Beijing life. If you don't know what a hutong is, it's a traditional living quarters in Beijing.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much it for the tips today.
Yeah.
Hope you guys can find some Chinese music that you like.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time at mandarintube.com.
Yes, welcome.
Bye.
Bye.